Morning, YouTube. James here. This past weekend, my wife and I went to see the movie Coraline. First off, it was visually stunning. In fact, after the film was over, my wife commented that her eyes hurt because she had spent so much time scanning the screen looking for every single little detail so that she wouldn't miss anything. It really was that beautiful. So, on that score, thumbs up. What I found interesting is that there's a lot of symbolism in this movie, and a great deal of subcontext, which I know was lost on all the kids that watch it, and I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of it had been lost on the parents as well. Though there were just a few adult couples such as ourselves there. The one thing that surprised both myself and my wife is how dark this movie was. She even commented that it seemed to be darker than Neil Gaiman's The Graveyard Book, which she read recently. It really didn't seem to be a film aimed at kids. It seemed to be a film aimed at adults, but I don't know if a lot of adults are going to go see it. So it seems to be marketed in a very strange way. I found it enjoyable to watch, but it seemed to be lacking certain elements. I didn't make an emotional connection with any of the characters in the film, except maybe Coraline. But what struck me even more was that it didn't seem that Coraline, the main character of the film, made any emotional connections with anyone in the film either. There was scenes where she showed an emotional connection to her parents, but it didn't come off as genuine. And then there was an entire cast of supporting characters, all of whom I think needed far more screen time, though I realize why the screen time was cut down, because stop motion is an incredibly difficult process and very time consuming. And they kind of alluded to a background context between Coraline and these other supporting characters, as though they'd had some kind of interaction and just we, the audience, weren't privy to it. And I can understand that. It happens in real life. I don't know all the connections my wife has, and she doesn't know all the connections I have, so it's not surprising that we wouldn't know all the connections that a character in a film has. But I wanted to see them. I wanted to see those connections. I wanted to see why she was interested in these people and why she'd go out on a limb, literally in the case of this film, putting herself at risk, to help them. But I definitely think it was a great movie. I had a lot of fun. It's great to watch. It was beautiful. And I think that anyone who is an appreciator of stop motion should put this on their must-see list. If not in the theater, then at least rent it. My wife and I saw it in 2D because most 3D films give my wife motion sickness. And no fun at all for my wife to be motion sick while she's trying to enjoy a film. Sorry, cat just wandered by. Well, I hope you enjoyed the review. I may be doing more in the future, both of current films and some of my personal favorite films, because I am a movie buff. Have a good day.